Okay, so today we're going to be looking at some applications here with absolute value. So, let's look at our first problem. We'll copy it down, and then we'll start solving it together here. It says the captain of a ship is standing on the deck at 23 feet above sea level. He holds a rope tied to his net that is below him underwater at a depth of 38 feet. Draw a diagram using a number line, then use absolute value to find the total length of rope. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of information being told to us here. We know that we're on a boat here. The captain is 23 feet above sea level, holding the rope, and then it goes all the way down that rope under the water to 38 feet below sea level. And we're asked to draw a diagram of this situation, and then we need to use absolute value to find the total length of rope from the captain all the way down to the net. So let's start looking at our diagram here. Okay, if we want to draw a diagram using a number line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my number line here. So I'm going to go all the way down. Because I'm talking about sea level and being on a boat, we know that we're going up and down for our number line. So I drew my vertical number line. And then I'm thinking, okay, if right here, right there is sea level, I know that that point right there is 0. Okay, 0 is counting at sea level. So now I need to be thinking, okay, I have a captain of a boat who's 23 feet above sea level. So on my number line, I'm going to count by, I don't want to count 23 little lines up. I could, but I don't need to. I'm going to count by 5s maybe. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, because I need to get up to 23. So I know that my captain here is at 23 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw. Here's my boat. Okay, there's my boat with my captain. Okay, and he's holding this rope at 23 feet. So this rope is going to be at 23. So right at here. So between 20 and 25, 1, 2, whoops, I'm going to undo that real quick. Right about there. So there's where our rope is, right here. Okay, now that rope is going underwater, so it's going down, 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 down. And we're going to a depth of 38 feet below sea level. So I need to now go down 38 feet below sea level. So again, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And because I'm going down, I'm below sea level, all of these numbers are going to be negative. And I know that his net is at 38 feet below sea level, so I need to go down to 38 feet below sea level. So for my rope, it's still going down, still going down, still going down, still going down. 38 is right about there. So I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so there's my net. Here's my net. Okay, so we've drawn our picture here. Now we need to use absolute value to find the total length of rope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this into pieces. Okay, I know that above sea level I am at 23 feet. So I know that's a positive number. Okay, I'm going to use the absolute value of 23 to find my total distance away from 0 is 23. Now I'm going to use my part below sea level. Below sea level, I know I'm at negative 38 feet below sea level. So negative 38. I'm going to use absolute value to find my total length away from 0, and that's going to be 38. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have my section above sea level, which was 23. I have my section below sea level, which was 38. I'm going to add those two together to find out my total distance of rope here, to find out how much total rope I'm actually using. So 3 plus 8 is 11, carry the 1, 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6, so 61 feet. We know that that captain is using a rope that's 61 feet long. 23 of those feet are above sea level, 38 of those feet are below sea level. Let's look at our next problem here. It says Jamie's bank statement is below. So we can see on this bank statement we have transactions, so that's what's actually happening to the bank account. And then we have underneath a section that says change to Jamie's account, and that's blank right now. What we want to do is we want to represent each transaction as a rational number, then order those numbers from greatest to least. So looking at my statement here for Jamie, I have some keywords that I need to be paying attention to. Okay, I have debit, I have credit, I have charge, I have deposit, and then I have debit again. I need to be using those keywords and what I know about those keywords to help solve this problem. So I need to be thinking, okay, when I'm writing these as a rational number, I need to be thinking, is that word telling us that we're going to have a positive number or a negative number? So let's go through. Okay, so the transaction says I have debit of $12.20. If you are having a debit, that sounds and that looks like debt, right? So we know that debt is a negative number. So we're going to say our debit of $12.20 is negative 12.2. We could say 12.20, but do we really need that zero there? No. So either way, 12.2 or 12.20, and again, that's negative. Okay, credit. If you have a credit, that means you're being given something. So that's going to be, if you're getting something, that's going to be a positive number. So if it's a credit of $4.08, we're going to have a positive 4.08. Okay, now I'm going to think of a charge. If I have a charge, that means I'm spending that money, so I'm losing it. So a minus 1.5 or 1.50. If I have a deposit, okay, that means we're putting money in, so we're gaining money, so that's a positive 5.50 or 5.5. And then the last thing is a debit. Again, we said debit is like debt, you're being taken away, so minus 3.95. Okay, there's all of our numbers. Now I want to order these numbers from greatest to least. So our greatest number is going to be the positive number farthest away from 0 on a number line. So the number farthest to the right on a number line would be 5.5. Okay, then working to the left, we would have 4.08. Okay, now we have negative numbers. Okay, so my smallest negative number, or I should say the one closest to 0, which would be the biggest, would be negative 1.5. Then I would go to negative 3.95. And then lastly, negative 12.2, or negative 12.20. Again, I need to be thinking about this. If I'm writing numbers from least to greatest, I have to be thinking about where they're at on a number line. So if I'm doing least to greatest, that's going from left to right. If I'm going greatest to least, like this problem, I'm going right to left. I need to be thinking about how these numbers look on a number line if I need to order them.